Welcome back. Today I'm just kind of finishing this up, getting the strings on here. And yes, I did use dog food to fertilize these yams. And some of you took exception to that. Charlie says, dog food has multiple chemicals and caged, farmed, raised animals are used. Not to mention all kinds of artificial barn swallows. Yes. So is the whole world. And besides, didn't I say that in the video?
In a way, however, he's eschewing one form of factory-produced nastiness for another form of factory-produced nastiness.
It's not a big deal to me, particularly because here when the bags get ripped open in shipping, they sell these little bags where they basically just scrape up everything off of the ground, I guess, and they put it in a little bag and they put it up for sale for cheap. So the dog food is available for next to nothing, and it's the spilled remnants. I don't even own a dog. I tried owning a dog, I was no good at it. Too much trouble. And now I'm talking to you guys and I cut the string too short. All right, this might require some coffee. I'm not a physicist, so I'm not very good at string theory. Anyhow, what was I saying?
Virtue signaling on YouTube.
Is this suitably heroic, this camera angle? I was going for heroic, but I think it probably just looks dumb. Here's our gallant host untying a piece of twine. There we go. There we go. All right, just enough. Hasn't rained the last couple of days, and I planted beans in here, and I planted the tomatoes in here for the Pinterest experiment. I don't know what's gonna happen there. Looks like the tomatoes just kind of dried up on the surface and some birds ate at them. But that's why we do things. And that's what I want you guys to do. I want you to experiment. I want you to not be afraid to try things in your garden. Try all kinds of things. There are many sources for soil fertility, some of which may be very, very bad, like dog food. I actually looked up the composition and I was horrified. I want you to go ahead and experiment, to try things, to test things. That's what I'm doing here. And I'm not really interested in whether it's exactly right or exactly wrong or totally pitch perfect, but experiment. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. If you spill some cat food or some dog food, throw it in the garden. Maybe even fish food, turtle food, primate food, giraffe food, cheese food product. As an experiment, I'm sticking the ginger in between the yams. They should have plenty of space and not fight too much. And we'll see what happens. Ginger can take a little bit of shade, and the yam is likely to shade it. You dig them around the same season, so we'll see what happens. Aaron gave me plenty to play with. Unfortunately, the wind is back, and we haven't got rain the last few days, so the beans are starting to suffer a little bit. So I'm gonna back to hauling water over here for a little bit. Hopefully the rain will kick in, but the wind seems to bust all the clouds up, and then we don't get it. So here we go. You know, I think the grapefruit are getting entirely too big for this little refrigerator garden here. So I think I'm going to take them out. Sorry. Sorry, little grapefruit. Takes them 10 years to bear anyways, or something like that. What we have ended up with is a bunch of little baby papaya. So this is now a papaya nursery. What I'm gonna do is wait until they get big enough, and then I'm just gonna transplant them out. Hey, there's no loss, right? I didn't get lettuces, but I might get a few 100 pounds of papaya because they popped up in my compost pile. Thank you for joining me. Be sure to check out my new gardening thriller, Turned Earth, a Jack Broccoli novel, now available on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. It's very funny. I've got, I think, 13 5-star reviews at this point, so if you've read it and can review it and give me a nice review, Amazon actually kicks in their algorithms at like 25 reviews and then starts recommending books to other things. So if you've read a book and you like the book, make sure you go and review it because it's good for the author. Once it gets to a certain point, Amazon will promote it more, or if I understand it correctly. So if you've read Turned Earth, go ahead and leave a review if you get a chance. And thank you, I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun writing the book, and it's very funny. So I hope you read it. It's very important to me. If you don't read it, I'm just gonna quit YouTube altogether. Nah, I'm not. Anyhow, catch y'all later, and until next time, may your thumbs always be green.
Nastiness.